Oh, those herbs, those flowering plants, don't we love them? You know, they're kind of scandalous, actually. You ever parted those fragrant petals of a flower and looked inside? You saw those stamens standing erect with their anthers swelling with pollen, and that pistil with those stigmas oozing. They're all waiting for the big moment. The problem is, there's a little space between them. And you know, a lot of us probably thought about, how do we get our reproductive parts together? You know? Well, plants, you know what they do? They hire sex workers. Those six-legged sex workers usually, you know, some have beaks and feathers, some of them have feathers. But, you know, and that way we get seeds and we get fruit, and in a wonderful world we get medicine. You know, Stephen Buhner has written a lot of books. The great herbalist, a great researcher, written lots of books, and kind of a philosopher. And he wrote a little piece that kind of goes like this. He says, semen is a Latin word that refers to a dormant, fertilized ovum of a plant. Men's ejaculate is chemically akin to plant pollen. It would be more accurate to call it mammal pollen. To call it semen thrusts an insanity deep inside our culture that men plow women and plant their seed when really what they are doing is pollinating flowers. Yeah. But doesn't that change everything? Jameson, I need you up here, buddy. All right, are you there? Jameson? Yeah, man. All right. I've got half of the Sacred Rio. You help me. You can count on the seeds in an apple. You can count on the apples in a tree. You can count on the legs on a turtle. Honey, you can count on me. There's things you just can't count on. Hope is what you need. You can count on the seeds in an apple, but you can't count the apples in the seed. That's the chorus. You can count on the seeds in an apple, but you can't count the apples in the seed. Can't count the apples in the seed, 'cause each seed can make a tree. Each tree can make more apples, and those apples make more seeds. The apple seeds will make more trees for cider, sauce, or mead. You can count all the seeds in an apple, but you can't count the apples in the seed. Help me. Count all the seeds in an apple, but you can't count the apples in the seed. You can count all the seeds in an apple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put them in the ground and plant them, watch them come alive. Soon you have a little whip, prune with a snip, the branches will spread wide. One sexy springtime hour, those plants will come to flower. Long come the bees, got pollen on their knees, the bees pollinate, it's really great. Then you've got more apples, those apples got more seeds. You can count all the seeds in an apple, but you can't count the apples in the seeds. Count all the seeds in an apple, but you can't count the apples in the seeds. I bit into an apple to look at all those seeds. What I found inside there was a big surprise indeed. When I bit into that fruit, I really had to squirm. I had just bit into a big fat apple worm. When you bite into life's apple, sometimes you have to laugh, especially when you bite a big fat worm in half. Count on the worms in an apple, but you can't count the wiggles in a worm. Count on the worms in an apple. apple, but you can't count the worms in the worm. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 worm. Count all the sugars in an apple, but you can't count the wiggles in a worm. It's all about infinite potential inside you and me. You can count all the seeds in an apple, but you can't count the apples in the seed. Count all the seeds in an apple, but you can't count the apples in the seed. Count all the seeds in an apple, but you can't count the apples in the seed.